Why is the heat on?
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Sharnice. What's your name?
My name is Anthony.
It's nice to meet you.
And we've been together for how long?
5 months and some
5
change.
months.
What's
5
today?
months. Today is October 20th.
20th? That means, it's
Been 5 months and some change. About almost.
It's probably more
6
than
months.
like the exact 5 months. Yeah, it'll be 6 months.
In November.
Yeah. It's great.
So this is like a follow-up
Follow-up video
for
the meeting for the first time video.
the one we did in our cars. Well, I did mine in my car. You did yours in your apartment.
Yeah, and
you were so quiet because she didn't want to interrupt Becky, her next door neighbor.
yeah, because I was in my bathroom. I'm like,
She was trying to be like quiet
respectful.
and be respectful. She's a good neighbor. I would probably not have done that. I don't think about those things. I'm just like, it's my house, I live in
Anthony
it.
first.
No, it's my house I live in, and I just want to like, I don't think about
Yeah,
my
I'm
neighbors.
I'm people focused.
Yeah.
All the time.
That's probably a good quality. That's probably why one of the reasons that God brought us together, because
I need somebody to stand up for me. I have those people in my life. They're like, hey, how do you feel? You matter.
yeah,
You can be a good. Actually, it depends. 'Cause I don't have a problem telling you how I feel.
no, you don't. No, she does not have a problem telling me how she feels. It's a good thing.
It is.
It's a good thing. Good communication.
It means I like you.
Yeah, so if you're in a relationship where it's hard to pull things out of that person, you might want to consider doing what Sharnice and I do, which is just tell them like it is.
Yeah, it's great. Anyway, so follow up.
What were the questions that we asked?
I have them right
Okay,
here.
what were they?
Okay, first question is, how would you describe each other? Like, now we should have a better...
Yeah, well, I'm gonna let you go first, so that I can like change my answer to make
Based on what
make
I
it
say.
sound better, like
Better
according
than
to
me?
yours.
Okay,
No, I'm
how would
just
I
kidding.
describe you?
Just ladies first.
Ladies first. I think that you're very selfless. Yeah. And that can also, if I'm being honest, that can be hard for me because I'm like, you need to pay attention to me. Like, but you're the type of person who will just help everybody all the time, anytime. Doesn't matter. It's like 2 a.m. Even if you're frustrated about having to do it, like you'll just so I think you're selfless, and you're very like servant-hearted. That's a nice quality to have. Yeah, you love worshiping Jesus. That's important to me. Yeah, or else you'd be out the door. Yeah, I think that's the main thing. That if I'm just gonna keep it short so we don't go forever, I think you're just very selfless.
Well, for you, how would I describe you? I mean, I would describe you the same way in the sense of being selfless. Like, just like you're constantly like encouraging me, and I know that, like, as I go through the day every day, I know that you're praying for me, and like I can, like, always depend on you to like send me like encouragement throughout my day because I'm working a lot, and my work is very demanding, especially when I work in the treatment center that I work in. That work is very demanding, but also you are also someone who pours into other people, and I think that's one of the characteristics that God saw about us both that brought us together, because we both have hearts to pour into others. And so that's important to me because like my heart has always been, my family was raised, like I was raised in a home that's what we did. Like we served people, like we served other families. My dad being a minister, I watched him over and over and over again, like stop and drop everything he was doing to go help people. And so he instilled that in me, and that's something that I've, kind of kept as like a core quality of being a Christian. Like,
yeah, seen it in person, or even when I'm here and I'm having to live it with we only get so much time. That's, I think, what makes it hard is like we only have so much time to be able to like talk on the phone, but it's like that doesn't stop. So, yeah. So I think you're also a big advocate. When I was listening to you, that's what I thought. It was like, if I had to have someone take care of my family, like in a nursing profession, I think people appreciate that so much. Like when they get a really good nurse, it's like, I would want to have a nurse like you. Okay. How have things changed after meeting for the first time?
I think the thing that's changed for me is that it's become more and more real. Like when we started, I mean, how many days have we spent together since we've been like dating, like in person?
Like about a month.
About a month. So we've been dating for like almost, it'll be 6 months, like first part of November. And we've only gotten to spend like about a month together in person. So
yeah, we'll add a week to that though.
Yeah, well, in November we'll add another week to that. So for me, I think that it's progressed like any relationship should, in the sense of like getting to spend time in person. I know that like for me this time, like this trip has been way different for me because of the fact that like I got to meet your family, and that becomes really real. And you've met my family and gotten to see them and be around them. And so like I think like for me, getting to meet your grandparents and your uncle and your aunt, and like just getting to be around your mom a little bit more, like that made it more real for me. And so I think for anyone that's watching that's like in an online or like long distance dating relationship, or if you're considering that, just know that it's like, it's different. Like it's very, very different. Like the relationship is progressing in some ways like really like normal, but in other ways there is definitely like the normal way of progressing. Like your brain's getting challenged because you're not in person with that person, and so there's certain aspects of like the day-to-day interactions that we're not getting to have, which is human interaction, and like communication is like a huge part of relationship, and communication over a phone is way different than in person.
I was like thinking about that while you've been here, of like doing nothing is like different in person than on the phone. Like it feels different.
It feels empty when you're on the phone.
Yeah, like
it's just
like
blank
we could just
noise.
sit and it's fine because like I'm just getting to be in your presence.
Yeah.
But like when you're doing that on the phone, it's like, well, we don't have to be on the phone, like, because you could be doing other things.
You know what? That's a really good. Like the Lord just gave me something like really profound about like our relationship with Him. Because I think a lot of us like have a tendency, like we think like, oh, I'm watching worship videos online, like I'm watching sermons, I'm like doing this, but then we're not spending time with just God in His presence. Like we're always doing it via a device, and like it's different. It's different via a device than it is like when you're actually sitting in the room alone with the Lord. Yeah, I just felt like that the Lord was like, yeah, it's kind of like being with me. Like,
that's sweet.
Yeah.
But I mean, like you can do nothing. That's something that me and one of my best friends were talking about. Her and her boyfriend were talking about how we sit and like we'll have this deep conversation, then eventually we just like have the video chat going and then just start doing stuff like on our own. So I don't think it's like totally bizarre to do that. It can feel normal.
Oh no, that's normal. That can be normal.
Yeah, it's just,
can definitely be normal.
Different. Like it's not the same as getting to be in person. But I think, I mean, I agree. It just feels more real. I think we're growing, like in lots of ways. But I'll save that because I know what the questions are. So I'll save that half of it. Yeah.
Okay.
This feels more real. A favorite memory. I can go first.
Yeah, go first.
Okay, because I know what my
Okay.
favorite is. And then I had a new favorite memory that just happened last night. But it could just be the favorite of this trip. But it could be big time. I don't know. I would say going to the Fort Worth Zoo with you. is my favorite because my favorite memories are all probably like anytime that we get to just spend just you and me. I love hanging out with people, but I just love quality time. That's big for me. If people who are into the love languages, that's probably like my top two: quality time and words of affirmation. So just sit and tell me how wonderful
You're beautiful.
I am.
You're amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, we don't have to do anything crazy. I just like sitting and doing nothing. But that felt like you just really saw me, like, because that's one of my favorite things, and it was a surprise. So I didn't know we were going to do it, but it's like, wow, you really, whatever. You really paid attention. Like, I only mentioned that like offhandedly once about how much.
Bonus points, guys. Pay attention to what she says when she's just
Anthony
talking in regular conversation. Like,
always
listen.
pay attention.
It's important.
Yeah, it's just like, anyways, you'll ask me something, and I'll be like, I don't need to do that. But anyway.
That's true. This is true.
That time it worked out for you because, yeah, you heard me well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have fun because it was like we just got to go spend that whole time at one of my favorite places.
It was right before you left too.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really cool day for me too because like I knew that we were going to do that. I don't think I knew until the morning of though. I think I picked it that morning.
Yeah, and you kept rushing me, and
I was like ready. I was like, we gotta go. If
what is going on?
If we're gonna go, she doesn't like to be rushed, but I was like, if we're gonna go, we gotta go now because I want you to go.
And I was
do
like,
this
Anthony,
thing.
we're not in a hurry. Like, why? We have so much
but
time
we
to get to
kinda
the
are.
airport. Like, why do you keep rushing me? Like, are you ready?
Which, by the way, if you're in the Texas area and you haven't gone to the Fort Worth Zoo, it's like one of the top ranked zoos in the nation. It's really, really good. Like, we've gone to one other zoo, and
we're
it's
gonna
just
go to
not
all
the
the zoos.
same. Yeah, she wants to go to all the zoos. She wants to
Making it a
buy a zoo,
goal.
but we're not gonna buy a zoo.
I'm gonna make it a goal that we're gonna get all the zoos in
All the
nations.
states that we can.
Yeah, in the nations. I said plural. Wow.
All right. Well,
I was
guess
trying to say nation.
God's saying we're going to nations. Well, I've heard that before.
All of the zoos. Okay. Yeah. So that's my favorite.
My favorite memory.
Oh, I didn't say last night.
Oh.
Anyway, we were just sitting on the couch. He's staying with two of my best friends. They're married.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the way I worded it. Yeah. Yeah, the Jobs. He was staying with them on this trip. And before I left to go home, we were sitting on their couch and just talking about scripture. And it was like,
Oh yeah.
it just made me feel like, wow, like this is nice.
We're actually talking about speaking in tongues, and the word genos that shows up in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 10, like when it says various kinds of tongues. So that word is genos. So I'm doing a word study right now on speaking in tongues. It's really fun. Like,
All right,
favorite memory.
So we don't get too sidetracked.
Yeah. Favorite memory. What did I tell you the other day my favorite memory was?
I can tell.
I said Fort Worth Zoo.
Mhm.
Like, that's what I said. And then, what did I say the second one was when I changed it? Oh my gosh, my brain is blanking right now.
Come back.
But no, yeah, no, I really did like the Fort Worth Zoo. Like, that was a really good memory for me. Just because it was like a moment where it felt like we were kind of out of time. Like, we were just kind of there. Even though I felt like I knew we had to be like, we had to leave at a specific time. I definitely think that, like, in that moment I understood what you mean like when it's like just spending time together, like, because that was like, oh, this is fun. Like, I don't want to be around anybody. In fact, I'm really glad nobody else was with us, so we could just goof around and feed the giraffes. And she kept me from petting the giraffe. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
That's my favorite memory. I mean, I think it's both of ours.
Yeah, it's a good core memory
Yeah.
locked in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking pictures yesterday, that was really fun. Which y'all will see those later, but that was really fun.
It's cold
Some of them are up, but
too.
two of them are up.
It's chilly.
It was really cold. You were really freezing. Like, you
Yeah.
had goosebumps all over you. Yeah. But it was fun. She'd like throw a blanket down and then like smile and make it look like it's really like not cold
Yeah,
outside.
you can't tell it's cold in the pictures.
No, you did a really good job though.
Thanks. All right. One thing.
Let's scoot over a little bit.
One thing you do or one thing I do, or you do, or that we both do. Not that the way I'm wording this is awful. One thing we do that makes the other person feel loved.
One thing you do that makes me feel loved is just your little like. Well, first of all, Sharnice has like an extreme gift for like hearing things and like remembering. Like she remembers who a lot of the people are in my life and like how they're interconnected with my story, all while like living 19 hours away, which is pretty incredible because I have to ask her all the time. Every time she says somebody's names, I'm like, wait, that's your coworker, or is that your like person you go to church with? I have to remember because my brain. It is a lot of information, and I think mine's even more sometimes. Like that you remember all of it, a lot of it.
And there are people though that I'm like, okay, because it depends, like
how they interact.
How I met them, like if in what setting in which that was. I do this thing like even with my new students where I really try to take someone's face in like this, and if you met me and then just kept walking, like that's hard for me to bring back.
Process.
Yeah, because I'm very visual.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
if I don't remember your name, don't be offended. That he just called me out, and I'm like, well, she didn't remember me.
No, her making me feel loved is like her, just like her little reminders, like even on Tuesday, I think it was, or Wednesday. No, it was Wednesday. Before I came here, she was like, "You have to pack today," and she sent me a message early in the morning because I have such a busy schedule and my schedule stays so full that I forget like the small things that I need to do. Like for my trip, I have to pack, and I can't pack the morning up because I was going to be leaving at 3:30 in the morning. So like just you're remembering to like text me and say, hey, you have to pack today. Like things like that. That makes me feel loved. What about you?
Glad I can do that for you.
Think real hard. Think real hard. There's lots of things that you could think really hard. Dig deep. There's something in there.
Deep down.
There's something in there, I know. Something I do makes you feel loved, I know.
I'm trying to like what's the one thing I want to say? Okay. Like I'm just debating between these two things. I'm gonna say that. I think that just like your ability to show patience like shows like the heart of God sometimes. Sometimes, all the time, because he's super patient. But in certain situations, I mean, like where that could be frustrating. Like if I'm just saying, which is part of my answer for something else. Like if we're talking about just something that could be difficult, and we're like, all right, this is how I'm seeing this is how you're seeing this, but your ability, I'm not saying you're perfect at doing this either, because we're humans, but like just stopping and like even just seeing where I'm at in that moment and like removing yourself and praying for me, like that makes me feel love. Like, okay, it's safe to say like I'm feeling this way right now, and instead of like taking that on and being like this is an attack against me, like just seeing me as just a human.
That's really good. I really want to encourage all of you like that are watching this that are in relationships, for the men, well, and for the women too. Like I think it's really important for us to be able to allow space for our like significant other to have feelings, and even express feelings that they're having towards us, like things that we're doing that is making them, or that they're feeling a certain way when we do these things, that like not necessarily like you don't have to take ownership of that. You can allow space for that person to feel that, and then you can decide like, okay, it's gonna be, because it's not up to me. Like it's not up to me to like make her feel better whenever she's feeling those things. It's up to me to be a place for her to listen, like to hold space for her, and then to just take it to the foot of Jesus. Like that's my responsibility. And then I mean I have to be able to process out like what I'm feeling, because I mean, there's times where like what she's feeling, like I feel like my natural inclination is to want to feel like some type of way because of the fact that she's feeling that way. But I have to remind myself, like, that's not mine. Those are feelings that she's having. What I'm expected to do is hold space, listen, and then take her back to Jesus, because Jesus is the only one that's going to fix that. Like, I can't fix it. Like, and I think oftentimes, like, I need to be reminded that she can't fix my problems or the things that I'm feeling. Like, she takes me to Jesus and I take her to Jesus, and that's like what makes relationships work.
Yeah.
Is going back to the Lord.
I don't know. Jesus, he helps all
Yeah,
the time.
He does.
Yeah,
always.
that's what
Always.
he reminded me one day. Like, yeah, I mean, obviously, we want to receive love the way we want to be loved. Like, this is what makes it easiest for me to receive. But he was showing me something. He was like, you can choose to feel frustrated by not receiving something in this specific moment the way you want to, or you can choose to see how Anthony is showing up and trying to like make space for you in this way. So we have a choice. And that's a learning thing too. It's like, it wasn't even a bad thing. It's just like being picky. Yeah, so yeah.
I'm not picky.
Okay. Something that you're most grateful for in your relationship. I'll say
Something we're most
communication.
grateful for.
That's what I said last time, pretty much. But I'm gonna stick with that's still what I'm most grateful for. Is I think it's easy to communicate with you.
That's good. Something I'm most grateful for the fact that you are a God-fearing woman. Like, I know, like, through my life, like, what it's felt like to be in relationships where the person that I was in relationship with was not God-fearing or didn't have the same values. And so, like, having a relationship that's based in the same values, like, that is, like, it changes the game. Like, it really does. So I'm, like, super grateful, like, that we're both God-fearing people, and, like, Jesus is number one for both of us.
How do you see the relationship growing in the future?
Well, I think, I mean, I see lots of things. I see opportunities for ministry. I see opportunities for, like, just getting closer as, like, with our families. I don't know. I think that, like, it's gotten pretty serious pretty fast, and I think that the future looks bright, in my opinion.
Gotta wear shades.
Huh?
You gotta wear
So bright, I gotta wear shades.
Yeah, I'm seeing myself, like, when I read that question of what I said last time sitting on the Genesis house porch was that it's just gonna get better. That's what I said. So I guess it'll get better.
We've come so far since then.
Yeah. So far.
We recorded that video. We'd only been each other's presence.
I've thought about that.
like 3 hours. We had been in the
So
same presence
weird.
with each other for like 3 hours.
I've
when
thought
we
about
recorded
that
video.
trip too, of just
Like how
feeling comfortable, just even
how
being
different
around you.
we feel. Like you feel way more real now.
Yeah, like, the stranger wants to hold my hand.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
How do we maintain a long distance relationship and the benefits? I ain't gonna lie, it's hard.
It is. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't want to sugarcoat it at all. Like, I don't want to make people think that, like, oh, you got this with long distance, because
I can tell anybody.
Don't
you
do
could
it.
pick.
yeah, like don't. If you can pick, don't do long distance. It is.
Or if it's gonna be long, there's difference because I've done that before.
Well, okay. Let me just say
it's
this.
way
If it's
closer.
long distance, you need to make sure you don't have the same type of busy lives that we do whenever you're doing long distance.
Yeah, or even if we were this busy and we lived like, I don't know, even 5 hours tops, like,
it would be different.
Yeah,
it would be different. But it's the fact that like every time we want to see each other, we have to get on a plane.
Yeah, we've been out for 2 days. We've never done that, but I'm just saying.
We've never
like,
driven.
That's what it would
but
be.
I've driven from Pennsylvania down here, but we'd have to get on a plane every time we see each other. So like, are there benefits of long distance? I don't know what. It's hard to say like.
I would
Is
say
something
our
a
communication,
benefit?
though.
Our communication. Oh, it has forced us to be like
that's
extra communicative.
That's what we do. It's like we don't just like hang out. Like every time I see you, every day, we're talking.
Yeah, and it's all like, it's not just like noise.
Like I can't just go for a walk. Like
Right.
I love to go for walks. That's like my jam. It's so peaceful to
I
me.
go for a walk a lot on the phone.
I feel like that's just how I can go. Like if I'm stressed or overwhelmed, like I need to go for a walk, just be outside with God. But I think like we don't have that option. Or like yesterday we went bowling together. Like it's different. Like every time I see you, it's like we're just talking.
Yeah.
So it's like I think.
Yeah, and it's usually pretty deep stuff. Like we're processing our day, or we're processing like the future, or we're talking about like this kind of stuff, like how we communicate. So
Or
that's
Jesus.
or Jesus. Like that's a lot of it. But that's definitely been a benefit because you don't have the temptation of like just like letting things be just like run of the mill as much when you're long distance, because you're like, I've got
to talk to you or else.
I have to know you. Like you're 19 hours away, so I need to get to know you like during this time that we have.
And that is hard.
It is hard.
That's I think a challenge is because we're so busy to not be frustrated with like trying to find like these pockets of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it kind of like we can't, like I have to remind myself that like think of this the other way around, of like you're both trying to figure out your own schedule. Like if you try to call me and I'm in the middle of whatever I might be doing, like I can't talk to you either. So just like we have this time, so it can make it feel like life outside of like talking to each other is like that ranks way higher. So I think that's a temptation to not like feel that way, because we can't just like do life.
Yeah.
Anyways, benefit. I think that's really the main thing I see. Is like, I think a lot of it is accelerated too. Like conversations that I don't know that we would have if we were just in the same area getting to know each other.
Yeah,
It might not come up as fast.
I would say my advice to people that are considering a long distance relationship would be, don't do it unless you like you've really, really gotten solid confirmation from the Lord that it's the right person, because it's gonna take the right person to like do a long distance relationship. That's important. So if you think it's like just like a casual relationship, like you're not sure about, like I would say, like don't decide to get into a committed long distance relationship until you are like really sure like that it's a person that's for you.
That was because these are just the questions from how do we feel meeting. You've kind of sprinkled advice for dating online throughout all of this. That's how I worded that. Feel about meeting for the first time versus now. That's a good ending.
Okay.
Yeah, how did you feel about meeting for the first time versus how you feel like where we're at now?
I remember how nervous I was like when I was staying in the airport when you got there that day. In fact, I think there's a video out there online that's like, I don't know if you can hear everything that I'm saying, but like I just remember like I stood there for a long time because you were coming, like, and everybody that was walking by was like looking at me, and I was like literally shaking. I had this sign and I was like shaking, and I was so nervous, and I don't get nervous like that. Like that's not my thing. Like that's not common for me, but I remember I was so nervous, and like getting to see you the very, very first time, like it was like I remember the very first thing that went through my head was like, oh wow, she's shorter than I like thought she was.
Somebody said that to me in one of my classes recently, like one of my kinder music classes. The parent said something. We're talking about like heights of kids and growing, and it's like you would think just genetically I'd probably be taller, which I was projected to be like 5'8", but because my parents are 5'8" and 6'2", and it's like I'm not that tall, and they said you seem tall. I was like I'm only like 5'4.5", and so it must be like your dance posture or something. I was like, so maybe I just give off a tall. I am so tall. But
I think you do give off a tall vibe. She's got a tall spirit.
What popped in my head, like after I read that, is this for the Lord? He's just before I even met you, but it's like just been the last 2 years is he has just continuously highlighted and brought me back to the story of Lazarus. And since I was a little girl, that was like outside of Jesus, my two favorite people in the Bible. One of them is Mary, the sister of Lazarus, and I don't know, I've had a connection with that, but he's just brought me back to that story so much, and like him getting there and all these different details, and it's just meant a lot to me these past 2 years. But something like since I've known you, and I've told you this, but he was reminding me like right now is like when Jesus wept, like that's when people were like, look how much he loved him. And so I don't know, I think about like believing, oh, that's what you're doing today. Yeah, it's like I cry every time, but like God was reminding me like in those moments it's like a moment for you to see like, look how much he loves you. So yeah, it's like you're worth the tears.
Yeah, and guys, if you're one of those tough dudes, like just know like the more that you hold it back, you end up like me, where it's like it comes in waves. It comes like in a big wave. Because last night, I was not wanting to think about leaving today, but like I try to be like Mr. Macho, like I got this, I'm good. But yeah, let yourself feel. So I just wanted to take a minute to like thank like everybody, my family, my friends, like everybody that I don't know. I think it's funny, like when Sharnice and I met, like. All of a sudden people started like commenting and liking every post that had to do anything with you. And like everywhere I go, like if I'm traveling, if I'm in California at Reading, or if I'm preaching somewhere, like everybody's always saying like, oh my gosh, we're watching your relationship. And I'm like, this feels so weird. But it's also like encouraging because like, you know, like I feel like we have people in our corner. I definitely know that 95, if not more, % of the people that say like they're watching, like they're praying as well. Like I have lots of people.
You were about to go somewhere else. It's okay. I was like, where is this going in?
No, I think
that 5% of you. That's not what you're about to say.
I think that 95% of people are actually praying, like when they're like saying like they're praying. I think there's some people that just like to say it.
I didn't. Yeah.
But
prayers.
I think that I really appreciate, like I've gotten so many people, like so many of y'all have just like reached out personally and just been encouraging, and like I don't know, the fact that you take time out of your day to send just encouragement and messages and let me know that you're praying, and like let us know that you're praying, like I just feel like that really means a whole lot to me, because life is busy, and like I have no desire, just so everybody knows, I have no desire for people to just like watch my life as entertainment. Like that is not, like I don't have any desire for that. But like I appreciate the people that are like, hey, we follow like your relationship on Facebook because we see God doing something. Like we see, like, and it's all like all the glory is to God. And so I do think that it's really, really neat, like, to see what God has done, like, for both of us, like the way He brought us together. I think it's really a cool God story. Maybe it'll be a book one day. Who knows? Maybe. But we just wanted to say thank you for everything, for praying for us, for encouraging us, and we also really want to let everyone know that.
And also, I just want to say, everybody who watches this, I just feel this right now, that may God bless you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever you're going through in your life right now, just speak peace to your heart and your mind, and that you know that you matter and you're seen, and God sees you, just like me staring right at you right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
She likes to do that. She's like a big eye person. Like,
Oh, that's like one of the first things I noticed about people.
like their eyes. Like, she's looking at their eyes. And her eyes are like super, super dark, so you can't really see where the pupils are or where the eyes are.
Where the eyes
are.
Where are your eyes?
Pupils versus just all
the
eyes.
Iris.
Iris, yeah.
Yeah, the iris.
I knew what it was. I was going to say cornea, but yeah, I know.
Like the colored part.
But I do want to say, on behalf of Prodigal Road Ministries, we do not believe that prodigals are projects, but they are long-awaited miracles. And we pray that every prodigal in your life, whether man or woman, returns home in the coming days. And until next time, we will see you soon.